Hey millennial mamas, how y'all doing? We back with another food tutorial, whatever the heck you want to call it. Okay, we making a good old millennial pot roast. Okay, so I get the big packs from Costco and I don't use them as quickly as I would like to, just because I never know what we're eating for dinner, and for me to decide that early on, that means I would have my life organized, and I do not. So I honestly took this out 2 days before I made it because I couldn't decide whether or not we wanted to just have pot roast or bodilla tacos. But anyway, that's why it's cut up like that, okay? So the seasonings that I use cumin, oregano, adobo, paprika, and some other Kinder seasoning, like some all-purpose seasoning or whatever. Make sure you season all sides of the meat, okay? It's really important that you do that because when you sear it, that's what's going to lock the flavor in there, okay? You don't want just no unflavored meat floating around. That's nasty. That's just, we don't want that, okay? I got my little helper right here, my little 5-year-old legend. He said he wanted to help because we were doing no screen time. So when we do no screen time, they're all hands in. You feel me? But yes, he wanted to help. His little left hand. Okay, he's left-handed, so it's I love watching him do things because he's left-handed, and I've never seen a left-handed person this up close. So it's very fascinating for me to see him and how his little brain works. But anyway, yeah, look at him switch to the tongs to the other side. Anyway, like I said, you need to season this really well and then brown it on all sides, okay? Make sure you get that nice sear on all the sides because, like I said, that's what's going to lock in the flavor, and that's what's going to help create the flavor throughout the entire dish, okay? Because this is a one-pot meal, okay? We're not doing nothing else. This is a one-pot meal. I just so happened to have a pack of Hawaiian rolls in the deep freezer that I took out and thawed in time to have with this. I didn't feel like making bread. I didn't have time, okay? We had dentist appointments today, so it was packed. But anyway, season that up, like I said, sear it on all sides, take it out of the pan. Don't put anything else in the pan. You're cool. You're fine, okay? Add you some onions, add you some garlic, okay? And then if you got some tomatoes, which I always have tomatoes, and I feel like I be putting tomatoes in everything, and that's not a bad thing, you feel me? If you got tomatoes laying around, add them to the dish, okay? It makes a beautiful sauce, and you're not wasting food, and you're putting an extra vegetable in the damn meal. You're welcome, okay? But anyway, put the onions in there, get those going. Add some garlic, break up a little bit of garlic, put that in there, let that get aromatic, okay? And then you're going to add the tomatoes, okay? You can add a couple more seasonings. I wouldn't try to over season it because you don't want it salty. And dishes like this, like you never really know how salty it is until you get ready to eat it. And by then it's too late, okay? Because the meat needs to cook. Everything needs to just, sit in its own juice. And it's beautiful. I love it. One-pot meals, okay? But honestly, making one-pot meals for us is it's a hit or miss, okay? It's really a hit or miss because not everybody always likes it. And then when everybody does like it, I didn't make enough. And it's just always something. It's always something. But anyway, like I said, add the garlic in there with the onions, let that get aromatic. And don't come from my pan, okay? Y'all know I love this pan. I got 2 of them, but this one is my favorite because it's smaller. And it just makes for really good, quick meals. And it's a Dutch oven. You can't go wrong with that, okay? Make sure you're cooking clean, okay? Stop using non-stick pans. They don't work. It's disgusting, okay? Add your tomatoes in there. You're going to let the tomatoes, let the water come out of the tomatoes or whatever, okay? So it can start making the sauce, okay? Once the tomatoes are starting to break down a little bit, then you're going to make your sauce, okay? I normally would use the Ninja, but I didn't feel like breaking that out, and I have an immersion blender. So, with this little bit of sauce that we're going to have, we're just going to use the immersion blender. It's not that big of a deal. But anyway, I just want to say that if you have kids, cook with your kids, okay? It's really important for me to cook with our kids because I like for them to know that they can do it too, okay? And I want them to learn. You're not going to have my kids in your rusty house with their spouse or whatever and they don't know how to cook, girl or boy, okay? I don't care. But anyway, yes, like I said, cook that up. Let the tomatoes, let the water come out of the tomatoes a little bit. And like I said, you're going to put them in a blender, blend them up. I use the immersion blender, like I said. And then we're going to add some beef broth to this too, okay? I had just a little bit of beef broth left. I got to go to the store, but I told y'all I don't really like going to the grocery store no more, okay? It's a lot. I'll be placing orders left and right because I don't like going in. I don't like going in no more, especially with the kids. Because people always be like, oh, you have your hands full. Did I ask you? Did I ask you? Are you going to help? All right. My hands are full, but my heart is also full. Okay. So mind your business. Mind your business. You get your cereal or whatever the hell you in here buying. Get it. Okay. But anyway, I don't like going to the grocery store no more. It annoys me. If I go, I like to go alone because I'm in and out when I go alone. I'm in and out. Okay. But like I said, you're going to put this. And also, I don't like going to the grocery store because everything in there is a freaking scam. Like, everything in there is like potentially going to kill you at some point in time. Just depends. But anyway, that's another story, different day. Get the immersion blender. Like I said, I got my little helper. He's learning. He's using the immersion blender. Look at his little hands. It's so cute. But yes, blend this up real quick. And then you're going to add this sauce back into the pan. Add a little bit of water in that, container so you can clean it out. Get all that good sauce out of there because you don't want to leave no scraps behind. Because we're not using a lot of ingredients to cook this. And it's going to give us a great flavor too. Trust me, okay? As long as you season it well, you got the onions and garlic in there, okay? You good, okay? See, look at the flavor of that. Look at the color of that. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Like, most times I would do like my grandmother, bless her little soul. Anytime she made a roast, she would take like an entire jar of Italian dressing and pour it in there. And yes, it was good, but it also had me thinking like, one, Grandma, all these chemicals in here, I'm not really about that life no more. But also too, like, you're not really seasoning this. And then for you to dump a whole freaking bottle of Italian dressing in there. That's, like I said, it was good. It's decent, but I would rather do it this way. Like I said, we love to learn. I love to learn and I love to make things from scratch. I love to make things and use things that I have in the kitchen. Okay. I don't carry bottles of Italian dressing in the house anymore. I don't. I make our dressing from scratch. Amen. I'll show that in another video. But anyway, once you get all that sauce made, add you some water with the beef broth. Okay. Add just enough water so that you're covering it. Just enough. It doesn't have to be submerged. Okay. You need to be able to see the top of it. Okay. Because after this, we're going to add some potatoes and carrots in it. Okay. Let this cook for about 2.5 to 3 hours. Don't mess with it. Let it be. Okay. Just leave it alone. Okay. Come back. Look at that. It's fallen. What is it called? Tenderism. I feel like it really should be tenderism. Like tendernism just doesn't feel right to me. I just feel like we added an extra letter and it didn't need to be there. But anyway, add your potatoes and carrots in there. If you got like 45 minutes left for it to be done, add your potatoes and carrots in there and still keep it on low. You want to keep it on low this whole time. You don't need to, the only time I should have been on medium was when you were searing the meat. Okay. Add your potatoes and carrots in there. Add just a little bit of water so that the potatoes and carrots are submerged and cover it up. Come back, 45 minutes later and boom, there you go. Look at that. It was so good, y'all. When I tell you it was delicious, I'm not even gonna cap. Like, Legend, our 5-year-old, the one who was helping me, he ate his plate, I swear, in like a minute and a half and was like, Mama, that was delicious. And I was like, I know that's right, boo. Look at that. I love you guys.